Hello students, I hope you all are fine and healthy. We are reading chapter number 4, Structure of Atom. In our previous video, we have learned about Thomson's model of atom. In his model, Thomson explained properly that how an atom is electrically neutral. But his model cannot explain the experiments that was done by the other scientists. Ernest Rutherford, he was another scientist who was interested in knowing the structure of an atom. So he performed an experiment using the alpha particles and a gold foil. Now you might be wondering what is this alpha particle and what is gold foil. Alpha particle. Alpha is also represented by the symbol like A. So the alpha particles are the positively charged particles that are having 2 units of positive charge and 4 units of mass. Actually, alpha particle is a helium atom that is having 2 positive charge. So that is written as He2 plus, that is a helium ion that is having 2 positive charge. The alpha particles are emitted by the radioactive elements such as thorium, uranium, radium, etc. The fast moving alpha particles, they have a large amount of energy and they can pass or penetrate through the matter to some extent. Gold foil, it is a very thin sheet of gold, and this gold foil was used because the Rutherford wanted the sheet to be as thin as possible. This gold foil was approximately 1000 atoms thick. It means if we will arrange 1000 atoms in a line, the gold foil was that much thick. Now the alpha particles that are helium ion that is having 2 positive charge. It is much smaller in size than the gold atoms, and in his experiment the alpha particles were made to fall on the gold foil. In his experiment, the Rutherford expected that the alpha particles that are having positive charge, they will be deflected by the subatomic particle, that is proton, to some extent. Now since these alpha particles are much heavier than the proton, the mass of alpha particle is 4 units whereas mass of a proton is 1 unit. So the Rutherford did not expected much deflection in the alpha particles, but the result of this experiment was totally unexpected. When the fast moving alpha particles were made to fall in a gold foil, then it is observed that most of the alpha particles passed straight through the gold foil without getting deflected, and some of the alpha particles, they were deflected through the small angles, and some of the alpha particles deflected through the large angles, and very few alpha particles, they bounce back on hitting the gold foil, or we can say they rebound on hitting the gold foil and turn back to their original path. Now the number of atoms that rebound or they rebounds on their path is 1 out of 12,000 particles. Now these observations can be explained as we know that the gold foil is made up of gold atoms, and if these atoms are solid, then the alpha particles that are falling or striking on them, they should get deflected. Since most of the alpha particles passed in the straight path without getting deflected, so it means that there is a lot of empty space in an atom. We know that the like charges repel each other. So in the experiment, some of the alpha particles, they were deflected from their path by the small angles. So it means that the positive charge that is present inside the atom, it is present in a very little space, and the very few particles, they rebound, or we can say they get deflected by 180 degree, which means that all the positive charge within an atom and the mass of an atom, it lies within a very small volume. Now this center of positive charge, or the area in which positive charge lies, it is known as nucleus of an atom. And this nucleus of an atom, it should be very hard and dense, because the alpha particles cannot pass through it. Since the nucleus is very dense, so all the mass of an atom lies within the nucleus. This nucleus should be very small in size, because a very small number of particles were deflected from the nucleus. From the data, the Rutherford calculated the radius of nucleus, which is 10 to the power 5 times less than the radius of atom. On the basis of his observations, Rutherford gave an atomic model according to which an atom consists of a positively charged center that is known as nucleus, which is very dense, and all the mass of an atom nearly lies within the nucleus, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed circular paths that are known as orbits, and the electrons revolves at a very high speed, and the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to the size of the atom. Now we will learn the drawbacks of Rutherford's model of an atom. A major drawback of the Rutherford's model was that it could not explain the stability of an atom. In his model, Rutherford stated that the electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. Now, if an object revolves in the circular motion, then it undergoes acceleration. Acceleration means change in velocity. And we know that what is velocity? Speed with the direction. If an object is in circular motion, even if its speed will be constant, but its direction will keep on changing, so it will undergo acceleration. And if any charged particle undergoes acceleration, then it must radiate energy, or it must lose energy continuously. It means that the negatively charged electron that revolves around the nucleus, it will undergo acceleration, and it will emit energy in the form of radiation. When the energy of the electron decreases gradually, then its speed will also decrease slowly, due to which the electrons will be attracted more strongly by the oppositely charged nucleus, and the electrons will come more and more closer to the nucleus. Finally, the electron will fall into the nucleus, taking a spiral path. This should make the atom very unstable and it should collapse. But we know that the atoms are very stable and they do not collapse. And we also know that the electron do not fall into the nucleus. Suppose if this is an electron, so according to the Rutherford's model, when this electron will keep on revolving in circular path, then it will keep on emitting the energy, and when it will emit the energy, its speed will decrease. So it will come closer and closer to the nucleus, and finally it will fall inside the nucleus, due to which the atom will get collapsed. But this is not true. So the Rutherford's model cannot explain the stability of atom. That's it, student. We will continue our chapter in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.